Greetings, Dekalipa here. Today I will be doing something very similar to the previous video. I had such a good time filming, editing, posting the video. I hope you enjoyed it. But I am not in a same rosy mood as I was that day. Today I felt a bit down. And when I am a bit down, I usually turn to art, since I assume many of you do too. And for me, I literally mean art today. I started looking at Francesco José de Goya. I started looking at his paintings just to find some peace, some nirvana within myself, and I felt a bit disturbed. So I started to go down the rabbit hole, and I ended up, as some of you probably know where I'm going with this, I ended up at his 14 black paintings. Yeah, so I was looking at them today, just thinking about many things. So I decided I would rank them on a scale from how scary they are from the lowest tier of them being genuinely nice and calming to look at to the very top, on which I would definitely throw hands if I saw this at night. So that's the criteria we're going for. If I see these paintings at night, am I literally going to punch the canvas? So that is the criteria with which we are working today. But before we continue, I want to ask you please kindly to once again like, share, and subscribe. Every subscribe really helps and keeps me going. So yeah, I would really appreciate that. But before we start off, I want to quickly just go through a little bit regarding Francisco. See, Francisco was born in Spain in 1746. He was born to pretty educated parents. He wanted to be a painter at a young age. He then got conscribed by the King of Spain at the time, even the one who preceded him as well. His art is very much influenced by war, by famine, by tragedy, because he had quite a sad life. Many of his kids passed away at a young age. Only one lived to adulthood. He went deaf, Beethoven style. He lost his good friend to a early death as well. Well, relatively early still. He lost many people, and by the time he got to painting the black paintings, he was very much soured by life, hardened, and felt a bit down on his luck. So those paintings are a big reflection of that. So yeah, he felt a lot of pain, sadness, and that is why those paintings reflect that well. That is why they resonated with me today. So I decided that I would just spend some time looking at them. So let's get into the first painting. Starting off, we got Saturn devouring his sun. Now, you've probably seen this painting. This is the one that inspired this whole video and why I wanted to make them, because this is simultaneously one of the scariest paintings I had ever seen in my entire life, and yet one of the most hauntingly beautiful paintings I had ever seen in my entire life. This one is just on another level of disturbing, and I when I watched it today for the first time, I just realized how misshapen his body actually is. If you just look at how hunched his back is compared to how straight down is his torso, it really plays badly with your mind. So the question is, if you wake up at 3 in the morning, pitch black, and you saw this on the wall staring in front of you, what would you do? I'm sorry, we're going straight in the deep end. This is the first, I'm throwing hands. This is not even a question. This is by far one of the scariest paintings I had ever seen in my entire life. So we're gonna start out hot. I'm throwing hands. If I see this, I am immediately in fight mode. Immediately. This one is an easy throwing hands. Okay, next up we got the dog. Okay, now this one. This is the one that I saw. I feel like I saw for the first time today. For the longest time, it was just a painting of a dog. It didn't give me any sort of feeling before. I felt completely indifferent to it. But today, I, for the first time, realized the shadow on the side. I've noticed the shadow before, but I never really paid attention to it. But this is the first time today that I saw it. And I saw that light spot in front of the shadow's face. That spot that looks like a handprint to me of sorts, that is something that really messed with me today. I don't know why. For the longest time, I felt indifferent to this painting. If you would have asked me a bit earlier, a couple of days earlier, where would I put this one? I might have put it in nice. But that shadow and just the way the dog is looking at it today made me feel a bit unease. And it is also due to the fact that the dog, I've always, if you look at it, you could just see that you can't tell exactly where he's looking at, how he's looking at the shadow at all. I kind of see now that the dog might not be looking at the shadow at all, but genuinely on the person casting it. And that kind of makes me feel a bit more on edge. So again, if I woke up in the middle of the night and I saw this, I wouldn't move. But I would just channel my inner Bruce Wayne, my inner Batman, and just be like, I got my eye on you. So that is why it's going in, I got my eye on you. Like I would sleep, I'd probably get a good night's sleep, but I would keep my wits about me, and I would just cautiously go back to sleep. This is an interesting one. So yeah, we'll keep it at that. The two old men. Now, this one always to me was a bit off. And yeah, obviously everybody who looks at it can easily tell you that it is a bit off. But it is off to me in a way that the guy at the back, I feel today, especially looking at it, he doesn't look to me as something malevolent, something that is outright going after the first old man. I believe that the second old man is in fact a sort of manifestation of, I would say, regrets, sins, problems, trauma, whatever have you, of the first old man. And especially the way he carries his body on his walking stick, on his staff, I would say he kind of reminds me of Odin, especially with the left eye patch. That one kind of makes me think that this is a grizzled, wise old man, and the old man behind him whispering, or rather maybe even potentially shouting in his ear. That one reminds me of something along the kin of maybe like his doubts, Odin's maybe prior outlook on himself before he plucked out the eye and dunked himself into the well beneath the tree. So I believe that this is a reflection of that, of an old man who is now being gnawed at by his past, what have you, his past grievances, his past mistakes, sins, ailments, what have you. But now, I'm sleeping in my bed. I am comfortably chewing in my bed, and I wake up and I see this. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna go back to sleep. I am at least doing one of like, I am doing that. I'm like lifting up my hand and being like, what? Okay. So, and when I lay down, I'm still gonna be like, so yeah, for me, this one would be, I would say, backup. Yeah, we're putting it in backup because, again, genuinely, if I were to sleep at the middle of the night and saw that painting, I would have genuinely taken a moment and be like, go back up, okay? All right. But yeah, that is what I would say about that. Men reading. Okay, this one, I honestly was never creeped out by this one. No, I spoke to one of my friends about this painting once. He said that this was one of the most terrifying ones to him. I mean, that's the beauty of art. Like, what's scary for one person might not be scary for somebody else. I never found it scary. For me, this painting specifically was always the type of painting that always invoked a sense of like discord, I would say. Just like issues, I would say. It's not that it's scary. When I look at it, I just feel that it's hectic. Something hectic is going on. So I don't blame it that much. I don't hold it against it. So I am simply, this is one of those that when I look at it, I feel that it is more about just the vibe between the men than rather what they're reading. Because the friend of mine always said that he felt very much uneased, eerie by the mystery regarding of what are they reading, what is within the book. Because my friend always felt a bit when he would think on what those men saw in that book. I never felt that way. I always felt more that this is a case of some guys just being like, huh? And just having a bit of a disagreement of sorts. So because of that, I would put it in okay, I would say. Yeah, I'm putting it in okay. I'm putting it there because I don't think it's quite nice. Even if I wake up in the middle of the night, I would just open my eyes, just look, and I wouldn't even feel freaked out. I'd just be like, oh yeah, they're having a discussion, and they'll just go back to sleep. So yeah, I wouldn't think that much of it. It's not that pretty, like, again, like most of his painting, it's like everything is black and brown and very colors like that. I simply find it a bit more hectic than scary, so it's okay in my opinion. Judith and Holofernes. Okay. I never looked into the paintings in the sense of, where did the Goya come from? What was his thought process with each painting? I said to myself that I would reserve myself for those type of discussions, that type of information, when I would go and see them myself one day, because I intend to see some of these paintings in real life. These are ones that I would genuinely like to see in person. And when it comes to this one, I don't know, maybe it is very tragic, maybe it is very depressing, maybe it is something so horrifically bad that it's beyond comprehension. But man, I've just always thought that they're having a good time. I'm sorry, even the old lady at the bottom where she's doing the whole pose, like it's not creepy to me. I'm sorry, it's just like she has like a fan. I think it's a fan. It might be a book or a stick, I don't know, but it looks like a fan to me. And because it is a fan, and since they were in Spain, and Spain can be quite hot, I just feel like that lady is just busting up some moves, you know what I mean? I feel like her name is Isabella. I don't know why, but I just feel like she is an Isabella. And yeah, she is enjoying life. And the lady at the bottom, she's an older soul. She knows what's up. I think she probably had a few drinks, so she's feeling herself too. Honestly, if I wake up in the middle of the night and I saw that painting, I would have just been like, and I would go right back to sleep. I feel nice. I don't know. That painting is nice to me. I like it. I would put it in nice. Yeah, I feel good with that. Yeah. Man mocked by two women. That's you guys, and you know it. That's you guys. Like, hey, don't think I wasn't there too. I've been mocked by women all the time. I've been mocked, well, not all the time, but I've been mocked, okay? Yeah. So I know how that feels. Oh boy, this one, yeah. This one creeps me out. I'm not gonna lie, this one creeps me out, and it's the lady in the middle. Yeah, she I don't know what's up with the teeth and the eyes, but it's giving like very, very strong bruja vibes, and it is just like, woo. No. This is like peak Baba Roga energy, and I am not down with that. If I wake up in the middle of the night and I saw that, immediately I'm just like, I am getting up and I'm immediately like ready to throw hands. I'm almost at throwing hands, but not quite. So I'm putting it in backup. At the top of backup, yeah, I'm putting it right there. I'm gonna be like, you know what? Yeah, I got my eye on you. We're not doing this. No. Plus the dude, like, I feel like the dude is kinda into it, weirdly. I think the Goya just painted a simp before we knew what they were, and yeah, I'm not with that. I'm not with that. That painting freaks me out. This is an easy backup. This is an easy backup. Yeah. Next one, we got La Leucadia. This one is nice. I like it. Yeah, there's not much to say. I like it. I think I like it even more. I think I like it now the most, because this one is just, to me, is just like, this is like a sketch. You know what I mean? This is giving off the energy of 5-year-old me drawing my mother, and then we just putting that on the refrigerator. This is the energy that's giving off to me. I don't feel put off by her dress. I don't feel put off by the wall. I've heard some people say that the wall reminds them, like they can see an outline of like a body in it, like some flesh horror, Cronenberg stuff. I honestly don't see it. To me, it's just a stone wall, and I think that it is, yeah, it's calming. Plus the fence at the back for the stairs, possibly, I think that there's stairs at the going down. Yeah, I just feel calmed by it. I don't think that it's creepy at all. Even her face, it doesn't look creepy to me. It just seems, like, yeah, just like zen, calm. I don't feel off-put by her eyes, because I've heard some people say that the eyes of the ladies seem kind of dead to them, or like that it follows them around. I don't get that one, but yeah, this is just nice. I genuinely think that if I saw this in the middle of the night, I would genuinely just go like, and that's it. It's like, it's a painting that just envelops me with a good feeling. I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. Next, we got Fight with Kujels Now. I think that's how you pronounce it. If any people from Spania can correct me on that, correct me in the comments. This one's okay. Yeah, this one's okay. I'm gonna put it even above the man reading. This one is okay. And the reason why it's okay, in my opinion, it is just, it's not something that would actively put me in a good mood, like the portrait. But it is a painting, it's obviously a painting to the death, I would assume, because judging by the weapons that the man holds, that is a club. If that hits you on the head, you're done. This is a fight to the death. But it kind of feels epic, you know what I mean? Just like the meadow, the beautiful Spanish countryside at the back, the hills. I really like how that side of the cloud shines with a lighter tone in front of the man on the right. I view that as light shining on the protagonist, or like the victor or something. So I think that this was De Goya subtly hinting at who he thought he would win. And I am down for it. I love their clothes. I love their poses. I really think that De Goya exuberates a sort of dynamic energy that really lends itself well to this piece. And it is very nice. It is okay. I like it a lot. If in the middle of the night I was asleep, saw this is something I would genuinely, unironically even put in my bedroom, because I think it's very cool. This is like a very cool moment to have captured. And yeah, I think that it's a top of okay. This doesn't freak me out at all. This is like what men before guns daydreamed about on a daily basis, because nowadays it's guns and explosions and John Wick style, but back then I thought it was just like clubs and swords and stuff like that. So this was the man. This was the dude daydream scenario. This was it. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. Two old ones eating soup. I'm just gonna be right direct. This is going at the top of throwing hands. This, we're not even gonna, no. This is the one, because like Saturn eating his kid. That one has a sort of elegance to it, I would say, something akin to Greek philosophy, the Greek world, because that photo has been, for instance, that painting has been used as a representation for Kronos so many times that it kind of has this connotation with the Greek world, despite the fact that, well, it's still, Saturn is the Roman version of it. It's still a ripoff, doesn't matter. That one has a sort of like classical, philosophical view to it. This one is straight up nightmare fuel. Dude, if I open my eyes and I saw that dude on my wall, I am straight fucking, straight, not even, that face is so haunting. It is so haunting. That is one of the scariest faces I've ever seen. You know what this painting reminds me of? It reminds me of the crones in Velen and Wiedźmin 3, in Witcher 3. When you go visit the crones, it either reminds me of the painting of the tapestry in their headquarters, or the area where they're boiling up the people at the end of the game where you go to fight them as Ciri. That is what this reminds me of. If you can visualize the tapestry Geralt goes to when he talks to it, this is it. This is giving up that energy, and it is terrifying. This is one of the scariest paintings I had ever seen in my entire life. This one really hits hard. And the guy at the back, like, for me, the Goya had this whole reoccurring subject and theme of adults devouring infants. That is just one thing, and it's implied that this man is devouring a soup made out of infants. That's also another correlation with the crones from Velen. But what freaks me out the most is just when you take into contrast his smile and the just absolute dead expression of the guy next to him. That just makes me think that this is sort of like death, basically. It's just death going after this guy, and I'm just like, yo, bro, yeah, this one is going at the top of throwing hands. If anybody ever smiles like that at me, we're throwing hands. I'm sorry, we're throwing hands. We're not. No. We are not letting that slide. That is I assume that the creators of Smile saw this painting and they were like, yeah, we can make a movie about that. This is what they were going for. This is what Smile wants to be. Man. Ooh. Next. Pilgrimage to the Fountain of Sant Isidro. Okay, this one is to be honest, I feel very much so indifferent about this one as well. This one just makes me feel sad. I just feel like in this piece, everybody on it just feels desperate, like nothing is going to save them. They feel at the end of their ropes. And honestly, I kind of feel bad for them. So this is one of those ones that just makes me feel sad. The fact that how close they are in real life, if you're in row of people like that, in a crowd like that, there is still a lot of space between people, like at least a meter in your entire radius. So you'd be good. But just how dark everything is, it makes everything feel a lot more claustrophobic. And I am not intensely claustrophobic, but I am fairly claustrophobic. That makes me feel unease. So this one is gonna be, now that I think about it, I think I got my eye on you. Yeah. It's not as bad as the dog, because the dog has a sinister tone to it. This one has just a desperate one. And if I woke up in the middle of the night, saw this, I would have just looked at it for a second and then just be like, yeah, something, you guys are gonna get it somehow. I don't know how, but you guys are gonna get it somehow. And I'm not with that. No, I'm not. Witches Sabbath. Yeah, this one is pretty bad. This one's pretty bad. This one's pretty scary. Like, obviously everybody's gonna go straight for Satan on this one. And that is the thing. Satan, to me, one of the scariest representations of him is this form of him where he has like a goat head. I grew up on a farm, so I had dealings with goats, male and female. Goats are very much stubborn creatures. Females are a lot more, I would say they're a lot more calm, collected. When you heard them, they will follow you. When you call them, it's a very high chance they'll follow you. The males, they can be very headstrong, and it is very hard to control them sometimes, especially when the horns start poking out. They are very aggressive. They want to headbutt everything. I think it is because it's the same as with infants when they're teething, they bite everything because it's uncomfortable or maybe even painful. It's the same with them, so they're very aggressive. And I have been witness as a child to many a times where there were slaughters and skinning of goats. And I'm telling you straight up, that eye, the goat's eye, is one of the most terrifying eyes you can think of. So yeah, this is the one that I think this one genuinely is very like a bad vibe to it. But here's the thing, I'm not throwing hands immediately. I'm genuinely not. This one is going, I would even say, at the middle, back up for now. It might change. But this one's going in the middle of the back up. It's scarier than the two old men. But I'm sorry, just that lady, the middle one mocking the other dude, that one is very scary to me still. This one, however, like this is the one where, but again, like another woman freaks me out in this one with the witches. One of the witches, it's the one that has a very bright orange face, looking straight at Satan with her tongue out. That one freaks me out a bit too. Yeah, this is a hard one. I genuinely don't know. This one is difficult. This one is difficult. I would say, oh yeah, and I just remembered this one also has, on the right side, there's a witch with very, very, very wide eyes. No, it's going at the bottom of throwing hands, actually. No, now that I think about it, no, it's going at the bottom of throwing hands. I just remembered, like, the more you look at it, the more you just see how all the witches are just very much so evil, and that just, yeah, it's going at the bottom of throwing hands. It is very much so evil painting. It's not scary as much as it is evil. Like, you would look at this and you would immediately just be like, get rid of it. So yeah, I'd actually, yeah, if I woke up in the middle of the night and saw this, I'd be like, burn it right now. Just, I wouldn't throw hands, I would go for the lighter. So that is what I'm doing with this one. Yeah, throwing hands. I feel good with that. Yeah. A pilgrimage to San Isidro. Okay. Now, compared to the fountain, this one, yeah, this one is way more scary. This one is going at the bottom of backup. I am being straight up, yeah, bottom of backup. This one is because at the fountain, I just feel like they are really in a bad spot. This one feels like it's about to pop off any second. Just one spark and everything's gonna be pandemonium. True chaos. By the way, pandemonium was first used in Paradise Lost by John Milton. So yeah, he named the fortress Pandemonium. So yeah, just the more you know. Anyway, this one is very much so unnerving. If I was asleep, woke up, saw that first group of people before even focusing on everybody else and how long the line is, I'm immediately. This one is. This one is no. This one we're not doing this. This one is going straight into back up immediately. Yeah. Asmodea. Now this one got ruined for me today, honestly, because this one is okay. I'm telling you straight up, this one is okay, and it is gonna go at the bottom of okay. And the reason for that is, up until now, it was always just like, ooh, people are trying to reach the very top. You see it looks like a Colosseum or a agora at the very top. Well, it's not square like an agora, but still, they want to reach the top. Today was the first time that I realized and registered the two men at the bottom right. And it was the first time for me that it clicked that they had rifles, they had weapons. And that is just, it made it way more depressing. It's okay, it's not scary or anything, but genuinely, this one just made me sad. This one made me sad the most today, and it was just it was a bummer, genuinely. This one, it's not fun. It's not fun. Yeah, it's not fun. It sucks. So, yeah, I'm just gonna put it at okay. It's very depressing to me. I think this was just a reflection of civilian life during war, of how they are trying to reach a top, a greener pasture, going through the trials and tribulations of climbing up over obstacles, literally rocks, difficult, path. Yeah, this one's just sad, man. Yeah, this one's sad. I don't know what to tell you. It just makes me sad. And finally, we have Atropos. I am honestly putting this one at the middle of nice. Yeah, I am shocked as you are. I was not expecting to have a painting like this be the last, and the last one in this list that I watched to be so appealing to me, actually. Yeah, I think just I don't know who the men are, what they're supposed to be doing. I don't get any of that. I just know that this is probably like one of the more chill paintings, I would say. I think that these guys just are chill. I don't know what they are. Again, I don't know any backstory about the paintings. I don't know the inspirations. I don't know anything. I just know what I see. And what I see are just nice poses of 4 dudes. It's a nice riverbank. I would definitely go for a swim there, if not catching some fish. I feel very good with that. Yeah, it's just, this looks like a good time to me. These guys, like one of them's got like scissors and the other one's got a magnifying glass. I don't know what's going on, but I do know that they look cool. So yeah, if again, sleeping in the middle of the night, waking up, again, waking up, seeing that, I would just be like, yeah, hell yeah. And I go back to sleep. And that's that. It's that simple. So yeah, this is the final list. I think I am happy with it. So yeah, that has been all of Francesco de Goya's paintings, the black paintings, all 14 of them. I genuinely had a trip today. I sat with myself for about, 20 minutes, maybe even half an hour, watching these paintings. And I hope that you got to watch them as well. And I hope that you felt something as well too. I encourage people to sometimes just take a second moment of their time, look at paintings. I genuinely prefer if you were to look at any of these older paintings because they're pretty good, and feel what you feel, what emotion it inspires within you. And if you wouldn't mind, write down in the comments what do you think, because these paintings are pretty good and I like them a lot. So yeah, I'm honestly enjoying these tier lists really well. I like this format of just speaking in this way, speaking about whatever topic I wish. I think I will experiment on with which topic I would like to experiment with. But if you have any suggestions, write it down. I'll see. I have a couple of list ideas of a lot of what I would do, but I would like to space them out because I don't want it to be too much in one area and then not enough in another. So yeah, but that's basically it. I hope you enjoyed. I will keep this up, but in the meantime, yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you're doing well. Please like, share, subscribe, and thank you for watching. Thank you.